Okay, guys, I want to welcome you to this live broadcast. I'm broadcasting from Westerhall in St. David, and so it's a little cool. Well, it's a cool day today. We have some cloud cover, um, and in addition to that, it's a little bit windy. But I had some free time today, and I decided, let me just enjoy a little bit of outside. And I saw this weird-looking thing on the harbor. That area is called Old Harbour, in the vicinity of Westerhall Point. And I'm like, but what the hell is that? I thought at first it was these agassum seaweed, but it doesn't look like seaweed to me. I called one of the residents in the area, and they said that they observed this weird looking thing on the harbor. Don't know what it is. It has a stench. It seems to be attracting some of the wildlife, possibly the birds, who's finding something to eat there. They're not sure what's going on. But if I was to be living in that particular area, yes, I'll be equally concerned as to what exactly is that. I've made a few, what should I say, rounds around the harbor with the drone to see if I can piece together exactly what this thing might be. But I can't really tell you what it is. It looks like a film of some sort. There seems to be some layers to it because, as you can see, some areas seem to be more dense than other areas. But this is crazy. Now, this harbor is usually very scenic. It's usually very beautiful. Just because if you just look on the other side of the Westerhall Point, you see how beautiful that area usually is. Is this something that is coming from the sea into the harbor? It doesn't seem that way. It doesn't seem that way. And it seems to be going in a particular direction again, based on how it looks on there. So I don't know if there's anyone who can provide any sort of explanation to what is going on there. I also noticed this dark area here, just right off that weird look. I don't know what that is. Like, what the hell is that? Is it oil? Is it cement? Is it sulfur? What is this? Clearly, it is creating a problem and concern for the villagers, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. You would like to know exactly what that is. I'm sure there might be somebody, probably there is somebody who can say what it is. Is there a river in the area? Is there a ravine in the area? Is there something that can cause this sort of substance to be deposited in the harbor? Has this happened before? Has this happened before? Somebody said crude. Well, crude. Well, that would be interesting. So I do not know. I really don't know what it is, but it seemed to be very, very dark in color in this particular area, and then further to the left. Look at this. Look at this massive area. And it seemed to be clearer here. Look at this. Clearer in terms of the color itself, not the sea. But look at this again. This is an area where you find some of the upscale people living. And of course, they would be very particular about, the environment, as rightfully as everybody would be. But this is usually very blue. Very blue. So to see this, somebody say oil is coming. Somebody says we have found the oil. I know that we can find some humor. Look at the boats. They seem to be floating. Somewhat like an optical illusion. But we can almost safely say that this is not something that's coming from the sea into the harbor. It's very dark as we go closer inland. Very, very dark. But whatever it is, it's a large quantity of it. Maybe we can see how close we can go to see what exactly is happening. Look at this. The mangrove area. Is this the situation where something is being deposited in that area? Seem to be some dead vegetation here. And as we go closer inland, so we're going to try to see how far inland we can go with this. This is now going to be between Fort Judy and Westerhall Point. As you can see, a glare on the water. Of course, that speaks to the film that is on the water surface. So that's that road that goes into Fort Judy. Where exactly is it coming from? We may have to go a little closer. Where exactly is this coming from, and why? Someone says it looks more like oil. Well, that would be unfortunate. There might be some seaweed in that as well. So whatever it is mixed with a little bit of the seaweed. Well, look at this. It's a large area. Obviously needs some sort of intervention and investigation to find out exactly what is happening here. This is not something to just see and disregard. All right, and for those of you who's wondering, oops, sorry for a little roughness here. It's a beautiful area, St. David. That's the drone telling me, Mikey, it's time to come back. So I have a couple seconds to get that drone in before the battery dies.
Make sure it doesn't want the water, okay?
All right, so what we're going to do is we'll have to return to home for a few seconds and go back. You hear my son is with me, he's whispering. But what do you make of this? Have we seen this before? Have we seen this before? What are your theories about this weird phenomenon? Well, I would say weird. I've spoken to at least one person who lives in the area who said they have not seen that before. That person also said that this coincides with their jewelry looking really weird, getting discolored. You know, every year we do experience sargassum invasion, and with the conversation that I've had thus far, my person doesn't think, and that's by no means a scientific conclusion, but my person who has lived in the area for mostly all their life doesn't believe that this has anything to do with the sargassum seaweed. The drone is about to crash if I don't get back quickly. So let's see, we're almost there. We have 30 seconds to get it down. Here it comes.
It's gonna crash.
It's gonna crash if it doesn't land as soon as possible. Yeah, but so we're landing the drone, and then we are going to we're going to send it out again to continue you know, exploring this. All right, so we're just returning the drone so that we can change the batteries. All right, so that we can change the battery and continue trying to understand exactly what is happening there. All right. Okay, so we are changing the batteries. Thank you, Mikey. So, you know, these batteries, they don't last very long, right?
I know.
No, I'm just speaking to the people on the live. I'm just explaining. Those batteries are not meant to last forever, so that we do not go doing illegal stuff. All right, so after a few minutes, we'll have to return the drone to change the battery. That was by design. Okay. Okay. All right, Mikey, here. You can put it back. Okay, so we have somebody who says that they live on the hill, and this seems to be hydrogen gas from rotten sargassum. All right, and the result of it will be itchy eyes, nose, throat, and that's one person's again non-scientific opinion on what it might be. We just got a message about that. So I mean, I'm not in a position to say what it is, only to say that just to explain what it is that we are looking at. So we are going back out. It's a beautiful day. While we go out, we can just show you clear skies. It's not too hot today.
I know.
My son keeps thinking I'm talking to him. Yeah, and really blue, nice, beautiful blue seas, except for that one area. So we're going to go back and take one more look at it. So it's coming up. It's a beautiful site, Westerhall. Just left of your screen is that the cool gas station, and we have Close Rock on your screen. That's the other side of Close Rock. And we're entering into the Old Harbour area now. On the left of your screen, that's Westerhall Point, beautiful village surrounded by water. And here we are again. And we're going to take a panoramic view of this. So we're going to span from left to right. Just a little closer. Nice little jetty. This is what I was talking about, the different levels of these things, almost like a hologram, or should I say it's almost like 3D. You know, it after looking at it for a while, it confuses the eye. You really don't know what it is that you're looking at. Just decided to give you a nice view of it for those of you who want to do a little screenshot and send to your friend. They would think it's clouds. You know, there seems to be different colors coming out of this. Look at this. It's almost like a rainbow. And this is where it stops. As you can see, it doesn't, where the sea tide is a little stronger, it doesn't seem to be able to penetrate that area here. So it stays on the harbor and gets look at this. And you see the tide coming in, you see the small waves there. If we can just go a little closer. See that? Let's go a little closer. The water is moving, yes it is. And then we would see here that the water is totally discolored here. It's now really dark. Well, that has to be really dense for, I mean, it's so much water coming in, and yet this, what it is that we're looking at here, is still able to maintain its what should I say, you know, it is so rich. The water doesn't seem to be affecting it in any way. Okay, so now we are able to see a little clearer here, that the tide is very low here. So what we are actually seeing is the ground here. I cannot go too low. I really cannot go too low. That's not going to be a good thing. I remember hunting in this area. Yes, I remember hunting in this area. Let's explore the theory of something coming from this area, but it's not obvious. What I do notice is there is a little bit of seaweed here, nothing too significant. I've seen more seaweed than this that hasn't created an impact like this. What we see here a little bit of a cloudiness as well. Here. Here. So there's a lot of it happening here. What's this? Is this seaweed? Wait a minute. So let's explain one thing. You cannot, when looking at things from above, it's very hard to observe the actual height of these things, right? Because you're actually above. So for you to establish the height, you have to be seeing it from a side angle. But I'm seeing, just looking at this, it seems to be very thick. And you have a lot of that white looking substance trapped in here, which seem to be some seaweed as well. Let's just go out a little bit to see what amount there is. So this area seems to have a lot of it. See that? Let's explore the theory of it, something coming out from there into the sea. Is it possible? Whatever this is, it's a lot of it. Looks like seaweed and a little of that white thing. So is that naturally the source of what it is we're looking for? At what it is that is causing this? Is it? Your guess is as good as mine. So we have this area being very dark. And on top of that, we are seeing that there seems to be a large like area of what appears to be seaweed. A little cloudiness trapped in there as well. That's another angle of the harbor area. Just so we do not know, and I thought it necessary to share with you. It's a very interesting thing to see today here. Sorry for the little shaky video there. I hope maybe the authorities would probably just take a serious look at it for what it's worth. We don't know what it is. We don't want to guess what it is. You know, just to make sure that this is not harmful to anyone. And if it is, what sort of harm is it likely to do to household appliances, jewelry, to persons who might be having some sort of compromised health condition? Because one of the things that my person told me was that they found that their jewelry started to become a little discolored, and this is jewelry that they have had for years, and they're also saying that their throat is feeling a little uncomfortable. So is this thing actually washing out to sea, or is it standing there? This part, probably I'll take a picture now, and then later on we can always go back to it to see how things have changed, to have probably a closer idea as to what is taking place. Somebody said, if it was oil, it was going to go out to sea. All right, somebody saying that if it was oil, it wouldn't stop where it stops. It will be going out to sea. Because clearly, it is having a hard time going out to sea. All right. Clearly, it is having a hard time. And then you see the birds there. It's a lot of birds in the area. There's something that I observed based on the trails of this. It's fair to say that it is coming from this area and going out to the harbor. All right, because there are trails, and those trails are created by the tide and how the tide is moving. Massive area. Look at this. Beautiful village, beautiful community. In fact, this part of St. David's is so beautiful. But clearly, this development here is not just unsightly, it is concerning. So this is what it looks like. We did a little pan to the right. So we have Egmont, very beautiful village and community as well, very scenic. This doesn't seem to be happening anywhere else but in that particular area. Take a look at this. Beautiful, clean and clear. Clean and clear. I mean, let's face it, Grenada is probably one of the most beautiful islands in the world. These are some angles we don't get to see every day. Well, I get to see it. When I open my bedroom door, this is what I see. Well, not to that extent, but you understand. So here we are again. So this goes all the way in. All the way in. Look at this. Yes, clearly we have some sargassum seaweed there. In that area, trapped in that area. Could it be because the tide is not able to move the seaweed as much as it is at other places? That is creating a problem. And as one of what the person suggesting is creating gases that then eventually presents itself like this. It's getting a bit cloudy now. It seems like it's going to rain anytime soon. So have your final view. You could take a pic, a screenshot, and we will wrap things up here for today. I just decided to share for what it's worth. Maybe you might have a better idea, at least what this is. Maybe the authorities may take some time to, oh, there's the rain, gotta move. Yeah, please don't call me. Yeah, so it's about to rain. The rain is already in the distance. If you were calling me to warn me about the rain, I'll yeah, thank you. So folks, that's it. We're going to wrap things up for now. Hopefully we will get some answers sooner rather than later. All right, so we're bringing her back in. It's going to be a little rough because we have to come back as fast as possible. It's already raining. Maybe we can have some fun while we return. It's a nice area. Westerhall, Old Westerhall, Old Harbour. It's just very Westerhall stretch. At the end of the Westerhall stretch, this is one point of the closed rock, and then when you cross the road, it is also closed rock. My house is in the far distance, and it's raining. A little drizzle coming in. Alright guys, so hopefully we will hear a little bit more. We could continue the discussion in the comments. Alright, so we're about to land, so I can't really show you my house. So yeah, let's continue the discussion in the comment section, and hopefully somebody would respond to let us know what exactly this is, you know, so at least the people in the community can have a better idea. They can sleep at night knowing that probably this is nothing to be alarmed about, or if it is, how they can mitigate whatever negative effects it will have on property, on their livelihoods, on their lives. All right, so again, do enjoy your Labor Day. Thank you for watching. And the dogs don't like drones, so yeah, thank you for watching. And yeah, the rain is coming, so we gotta run. Take care, have a good one.